And we're live. Nice. I wonder how I force it to not go directly to live. We'll have to figure that out in the future. Okay, anyways. Hi guys, what's going on? We're going to do some more coding practice. I talked with my professor and we actually came to a pretty cool agreement. I'm just going to mention that this work is from COSC 1430. Just to get started, we're going to make a new project. And we're going to keep it pretty basic. We're going to say like, oh wait, I forgot about music. Hang on. I'm going to add some music in. Give me a second. Music. And I want to open up all this stuff. Let's see what that does. Oh, loud. Okay, keep it low. Just in case the stream might actually get demonetized from the music, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. If it does, it does. There's nothing I can do about it. Let me just make sure that this is not too terribly loud. Make sure it's good in my ears too. Alright, that's pretty good. I'll turn this down a little bit. I think that'll be a good audio balance. Who knows? Okay, to start off, we're going to make a new project. We're going to do an empty project. We're going to name it Coding Practice. And we're going to put today's date, which is, I'm blanking, 9/19/2020. Oh, 2020. Here we go. Let me just bring my chat back up. So one thing I can do is open up this other app that I've got, Untitled Replica. We're going to select a window. This bad boy. Can I pop this out? Oh, I can pop it out. Screw this Untitled Replica thing. Close that. We'll just leave this here. Though before I leave this here, I need to add the source code. So basically, whenever you're in Visual Studios, adding source code is pretty easy. Just click Add, New Item. We're gonna add a CPP file, and here's our new source code. Okay, I'm realizing now that the window pop out fails completely, so we're going to still use Untitled Replica. Select another window. This one? Aha! Nice. Okay, so here's my Untitled Replica version of my pop-out for streaming. Okay. Now on to the real work. The homework itself, or the work itself, has some instructions that I'm going to copy and paste into this code. But I'm going to put my my header and stuff first. So here's all my header. I get to use IO man IP, I guess. Is that how you say that? I have no idea. Don't need none of this stuff. Okay, now let's get the instructions in here. All right. I've read the instructions already, but I feel like I need to read them again. They don't make, like, they make sense, but I just need to write some pseudocode for it. There we go. Beautiful. So it looks like we're going to be responsible for making a couple of functions. So I'll just go ahead and write those functions into the program right now, just so that they're there from the instructions. So first things first, we're going to make a function called read input. And it's going to have a return value of integer and a parameter of a values array. Boop, and then that's good. And then return some integer. I'll just put 0 for now. Okay, cool. Now, that's my main function. Next function that we're going to be responsible for making is a void function called print grades. So I'm imagining that we're going to print some values. Yep, so parameters, an integer array of values. So so most likely from the read input function. And then an int size. I'm not sure what the size is going to be for. Probably size of the array, maybe? I don't know. This is a void function, so it returns nothing. Just like that. Next function is a double function. Returns a double. Calculate average. Calculate average. That's going to be pretty easy to understand. It's going to be the values array. Indeed. Next is integer size. Again, I am imagining that's the size of the array. So typically, like, it gives us a it gives us some sort of, you know, like base size for the array, and then you like input a certain amount of values into the array, and it usually doesn't fill it all the way up. So you need to know how large the array is. Well, you can like use some functions to learn that. Another double. Calculate standard deviation. This is literally the work that I did before. Why are they making me do this again? Hang on a second. This is straight up the work I did before. I might just, to be honest, I might just go back and take my work from before and put it in here. Yeah, looking at this this problem, it is literally the other work. I guess they're just like making it abundantly clear that we need to use functions. I thought I used functions. All right, calculate standard deviation. Input for calculate standard deviation is int values array again, another int size, and a double of average. You put the double of average in. Beautiful. And then it's going to return a double, of course. I'm just keeping in mind that the return is like just some like regular value, just so that it doesn't like throw up a bunch of red flags at me. Print histogram. Yeah, this is the exact same work. I'm totally gonna just take all the other work from before. So today, I think that once I finish some work, I'm gonna either live stream Hollow Knight or what's that other game? Warzone. Just have a relaxing day. All right, let's keep it up. Int values, print histogram, int size. Beautiful. Now, since this is the same work from before, I mean that's a pretty common thing, is where you can like reuse like previous code, especially if you make functions. Functions work independently of like the main function, so long as you have the parameters set up correctly, which I have a problem with making my functions like kind of independent of the main function sometimes, I feel. So this will be good practice to make some independent functions. Let me go ahead and open up that other code. Sure hope I still have it. Here. Yeah, I still have it. Oh, don't always use that. Let's see if it works. Ouch. Yes, it does. Yes, it is here. I have it. Ouch. Okay, so print invalid grades, get grades. Okay, so I have code for this stuff. So by golly, I will use it. Didn't close this. I guess let's put the code like next to each other. Maybe that'll be okay. I'm gonna close this. I don't know how to get that open later, but we'll figure it out. It's fine. So again, come with me. You go to the right. Okay, so here's my old work, my other practice problems. This has the work that I completed in the last stream, and we're basically just going to transfer it over, I guess. So here we go. So first of all, read input. Where was I getting input? Get grades. So get grades was the function that I had before. It took parameters of valid grades of 100 and invalid grades. It also had valid array size. Oh my goodness gracious. It was looking at what they want me to do. They want me to size it down into one array, into the int values array. Frick. Let's see. How did I even use all these parameters? What is this? Location practice problem. You're fine. Quit fussing. Those must be break lines. I haven't used breaks yet. I've been learning how to debug, but I usually just do it like, I guess manually? I don't even know how to explain that. I don't use the built-in functions like breaks and stuff. I just kind of like comment and comment out parts and comment in other parts, hoping that it'll work. And it usually, I mean, shoot, for like a gigantic code, it's not gonna work like that. So I need to really learn. I'm like baby steps here, man. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and copy and paste all this stuff into my read input function, and then start modifying it. We'll see how it behaves. Okay, so first of all, let's figure out what garbage I wrote. Okay, so we've got input from the user, standard input. We've got two counter variables, it looks like. Now, while the input is not -1, we're going to do all this junk right here. So let's see what I'm doing. If input is less than 100 and or greater than 100, we're going to push it into the valid grades. Fantastic. So instead of valid grades, we're going to do values because that's the parameter. And it's equal to input. Great. Counter goes up by 1. Valid array size goes up by 1. We're not counting valid array size here. So actually, we're going to go ahead and delete this. We might be counting valid array size in the main function, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and come down here and make a note of it. Read array size in main. And we're gonna run, just for clarity's sake, we're gonna run read input first. And I mean, we might as well make our integer array. Oh, wait, it's values. Values, size 100, just, actually I haven't seen if they want to, maximum number of students is equal to 100, okay. So value is equal to 100, go ahead and close that up. And then we're going to put values into this. Just like that, beautiful. And finish it off with my semicolon. Okay. So we're doing the first thing. Let's continue on. So this function is going to do what it's going to do. We need to handle the else, which is printing out the invalid grades. So we just need to know when they want to print out the invalid grades. If I can do it during read input, that's good. I think the reason I put this else statement here and got another array for invalid grades was because I was, I'm pretty sure I was presenting the invalid grades. Yeah, right here. I had another function separated for printing invalid grades. So like this function generated two arrays. It generated a valid grade array and an invalid grade array. Provided that invalid grade array to the print invalid grades, and of course that created a whole mess because I had two array size variables as well. One for invalid, one for valid. So that's, we're gonna have to figure out how to get around not doing that. Yeah. It's probably gonna just be I print the invalid grades. Let's go down to the main function and see what I did. I got the grades and then I printed invalid grades. So it happens literally right after in my other code. So I can literally print them right here. So what I should do is get my print invalid grade stuff and put it into the else statement. We're going to take all this and we're going to stick it right in here. Right here. Right here. There we go. Nice. Now let's read what we said. So if they don't happen to be, I got a message from my sister. We're gonna go rock climbing tomorrow, I think. I hope. I'll try to get some people to pick up the shift Saturday and Sunday night. No guarantee. No one likes working weekends. She might not be able to go. That would suck. I wanna go rock climbing. Of course, it'd be the first time I go out. And, social distance and precautions and wear a mask while you rock climb. But it's just, I want to pick my hobby. I want to pick up a hobby, man. Other than staying at home and working at the same desk, playing at the same desk, studying at the same desk. Gotta get out eventually. Now, else. The following grades are invalid. So we start off with int j equals 0. So long as it is less than the invalid array size. How did I calculate the invalid array size again? I counted them within the function. I didn't use a function. I feel like... Oh, I don't need that. I can, I should very literally just print them whenever this doesn't go right. So when this doesn't go right, I will just print the value. Right? Yes. Yes. So no array here. We'll be printing input. If j is less than 1 of invalid array size minus 1, print out this. Oh, right, the commas. Okay, so like if there's multiple, so it's gonna end up looking something like this. So like 120 is invalid, comma, -80, comma, 178. Right, that's an invalid array, or no, an invalid input set. It'll look like something like that, and so that's what I want it to do. So this stuff right here, the for statement, literally useless. Let's take that out. How do I just get it to go up one? Okay, so we'll see out the following grades are invalid. And then we'll... Oh, poopy. So in this else statement, we have the following grades are invalid. I want this to print out once. It's going to print out multiple times. That's what the input's going to do. So how do I get it to print out one time? And then continuously print the... It's an else with a while, so... No, just the setup for this is not going to work. It's gonna have to be kind of like if there is at least one invalid value. I'm getting Ethan's calling me. No, buddy, not right now. Hang on. My chat is not working. Oh, there we go. Hey! I just realized that my chat wasn't working. I just restored it. Hang on. Let me... Hi guys, what's going on? It's Audrey's in the chat. I didn't even notice you guys were here. My chat wasn't working. No wonder Ethan was calling me. What's going on, Bongo? Hi, Ethan. Hi, Audrey. I'm doing homework today. I'm hoping that I can get through this. Luckily, this homework that I'm doing is leftovers. It's leftovers from some other stuff, so I can utilize select window. There we go. How are you guys doing? It's some sort of Elvish. I can't read it. That's fair. It might as well be. Here, let's resize this. How do I select region? So we're going to just cut it off right here. There we go. How are you guys doing? I didn't even know my chat wasn't working. That's sad. Okay. Yeah, this is coding C++. We're making a application for a teacher where they basically want to analyze some data from their students, just grades and stuff. So basically the teacher wants to be able to see the grades of each of her students, know how many students she has in her class. He or she, I don't discriminate. They'll be calculating the average, calculating standard deviation, and printing a histogram, which is just a little graphical of how their students do, where they land on the grade curve. Oh my goodness. I feel bad my chat wasn't working. Hang on, let me thank Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. Okay. I'll continue. I feel bad. All right. So this is my problem child right now. I'm successfully getting input, valid input for my values, but I am unsuccessfully printing out invalid. I'm unsuccessfully printing out invalid entries. So I need to think of what to do. The first issue is that the statement, the following grades are invalid. I don't want it to repeat a whole bunch. So I feel like I need to do an if we're out of this thing here. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna end up being correct. Ethan's messaging me a whole bunch now. Oh, you sent me gifts. Thank you, Ethan. I feel like chat might not be working again. I'm going to restore chat one more time. Hi, good. Okay, yeah, it definitely isn't working. I tried to pop out the chat, and it just craps out. Now everybody's messaging me. Okay. All right, we're going to select a different window, I guess, for this, and resize to something else. Resize. No. Select region. It's this. This is what I want. Alright, test the chat, guys. I have no idea if it's working or not. I sure hope it is. Alright, there. Ethan says okay. So I'm assuming it's working. Right, Ethan? Yes. Okay, good. Ethan, I'm going to play video games today. Are you excited? I'm freaking excited. I just need to get through this work right here, and then we can play video games. My God, it's been so long. Also, Ethan, I'm gonna we have a camp trip planned up. I'm gonna come spend the night before. I'm gonna take Friday off from work and come Thursday and hang out. I think for dads or for moms or for both. We'll see. I think dads, I'm gonna come Friday afternoon after work, and then I think moms I'm coming Thursday afternoon or Thursday, just Thursday. I have Thursday off usually. I just have to make sure all my homework's done, like this stuff. Freaking. All right. Put on my glasses. I got my +4 intelligence going. Let's learn this coding. Now, if the input is less than, which is the same here, so we're going to turn this bad boy around. If it happens to be greater than 100, yep, and if it happens to be less than 0, the following grades are invalid. We'll do this one time, and then we'll iterate through the value. Crap. Dang it. This is still going to repeat over and over again because the input is going to change several times. Maybe what I do is I just make like an invalid array, like just inside here, and we just say, hey, we're going to make an invalid array one time. Yeah, that's probably going to be my best bet, to be honest. We'll just make one, and then so the reason I didn't think about that at first is because inside this function, the read inputs function, inside of here, all of this stuff is local to this function. So as soon as this function kind of terminates, the data and whatever, it gets flushed. Excluding this values array is going to return to the main function, and it's going to be a global. I have went to the edgiest of the earth. What is that? I have went to the edgiest of the earth. What are you talking about? But if I make like a small array in here and call it invalid values, and we just, use it here, I think I'll be okay. I don't know what that's for. I'm not going to take that out. I'm going to take that out. Thomas the Train. I can take you there. Ethan! He's talking about, what's that guy's name? Meat Canyon. Ethan, you shouldn't have watched. I shouldn't have showed you that. Now you're never gonna be. You're never gonna let it go. There's so many. Great animators out there. Meat Canyon's not the only one. Okay, so that means in this part right here, else. So if it's outside of that range, we're going to look like an idiot on stream. Okay, here we go. We're going to I feel like I have to make some sort of like one other, like an else if, to get that stupid thing out. Yeah, okay, let's try that. Else if, let's make a value so long as int is anyone going to get in the chat? I don't know, buddy. Probably not. Like I said, doing coding homework. Yeah, it is just you. That's okay. You can sit here and watch me do coding, or I can teach you. Do you want to learn? I can explain what I'm doing. Integer. I'm going to just say statement. I'm going to name it statement. Integer statement is equal to 0, right? So long as integer statement is equal to 0, let's just say statement equal to 0. int statement. This is such a bad way to do this. I feel like there's definitely a better way, but I'm not thinking of it right now. So if so long as integer statement is equal to 0, it's going to do this. If is always going to go first, but as soon as the first invalid grade comes up, it's going to go here, and it's going to check for that invalid statement. And so if it's 0, it's going to print out this bad boy right here. The following grades are invalid. Just like that. And then it's going to print out that first value. Count values, and it's going to print out the current value of I equals, oh no, it's just going to be input. So we're just going to print out the input and end it with an end line, see if that works. Is this an app? So this program that I'm using is called Visual Studio. Visual Studio is a IDE, which is like I can write program in it, get source code, write all that stuff. This thing that I'm writing is technically homework. It's practice coding for my class. I talked with my professor, and she said I just need to mention that this is for class COSC 1430. I think that's the right class. And this is just basically work that I have to do anyways for class. Though I do want to say right now, the homework is due soon, so this particular stream is going to be, what's the word, unlisted until a week from now. And then once the week passes up, I'll relist the stream and people can see it publicly. But I'm not really giving this to other students, so like I'm not worried about like them copying me or anything. Or at least I hope they don't. That would suck. Alright. And then the else, when statement doesn't equal 0, we're going to see out the input. I should become a teacher. What kind of teacher? What do you think? We're going to do an I++ here, just to continue the loop. And then an I++ here. Just like that. Oh, I forgot to do the else's curly brackets. Okay, perfect. You should become a teacher. Ever teacher? What is ever teacher? You mean any teacher? Or best teacher ever? The following grades are invalid. It runs one time and then outputs that very first invalid grade. Else will run any other time this happens to not be correct, because what's going to happen is statement is going to get a +1 here. So statement becomes 1. This will never run again. Every teacher that, oh, okay. Oh, I was looking up rocks the yesterday night. It was yesterday night. And I saw some cool rocks on the internet, and I was going to ask you if you have them. Let me find this. Since you're here anyways. This rock right here, it's called magnetite. Crystals on hematite magnet. So like it's like a bunch of different little rocks on top of like magnetic rocks, ferromagnetic rocks that are attached to another rock. Do you have that? Those are so cool. Yes? Okay, do you have dinosaur poo? Coprolite? Or television stone? Olexite. Television stone looks really cool. It's transparent. I know you have fool's gold, and I know you have ammonites. No, you don't have that? Okay. Do you have rutilated quartz? It looks like it has like hairs inside of it. That's pretty cool. Where do you are you like forced to find these things out in the field, or do you buy these like from the store and stuff? I was thinking like I feel like you could never find that. Okay, so just to reiterate, my integer input here, I buy them. Okay, you buy them. Understood. And I find them. Okay. So I think that at this moment, this function is functioning. Function is functioning. I'm hoping. Values will get, you know, it's whatever. Values will get its time. We're gonna do an integer size here, and we're gonna initialize it at 0. And I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to count up the size of the array right here. I thought there was a function for array sizes, or like valid sizes, or like to validate how many items or indexes are filled. Let's see how to see. Crap, hang on. There we go. How to see what's hang on. How to see. I mean, I know how to do it. I just wish there was a function. Array functions. C++. Member functions. Begins, ends, returns the iterator to end. RBegin, reverse iterator to reverse beginning. Size, max size. Empty, tells whether array is empty, tests whether array is empty. Operator at, fill, swap. Tup element array. Oh, that's for vectors. I don't have vectors in this one. Data, get pointer to data. Access last element. Oh, back? Okay, let's go ahead and see if back will work. So we'll do cout, and we'll do values dot back, and then close, and then try that. Okay, so we're gonna run that. We're gonna get values. Do -1. Alright, let's test it. And it failed. Why does when you scratch your wrist, it tingles your hand? Are you talking to me? Are you talking about me? Why is it when you scratch your wrist? What are you talking about? Me? Me scratching my wrist? What do you mean it tingles my hand? I just scratched my wrist for What are you talking about? Does it make a sound? I'm like, is it because I'm dry? I make noise? You hear that? That's gross. What are you on about? Alright, let's see. Invalid values. No. Comment unclosed at the end of file. What are you talking about? Lines. Okay, let's go from the top. Line 66. An invalid value. Unknown size. Right here. Oh. So I have to give it a size. So I'll just give it 100, because there's never going to be any more than 100 of invalid values. And we'll run again. Still crashes. What do we got? 121. It says left of back must have class strut union. Well, I thought that values was an array and that back was a. It feels like blood is going back into your. You're not making any sense. I'll just let you compose yourself and rethink about what you're talking about. It feels like blood is going back into your hand. when you scratch your wrist, it tingles your hand. I don't get that feeling. I get that feeling whenever my arms and stuff fall asleep, which they do often, because like I lean on my arm on my chair, and so like I get that feeling. Element access, front, back. Let's see what back, how to use back. Reference the last element in the array. If the array object is constant qualified, the function returns constant reference. Otherwise, it returns reference. Blah, 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 blah. It is array's name dot back equals 50. Excuse me? So how do you use it? So reference to back, constant reference to back, constant. Returns a reference to the last element in the array container, unlike member array end, which returns an iterator just past this element. This function returns a direct reference, calling this function on an empty container. Okay, so like, I think I want to learn back and end. But I feel like end is not exactly what I want. So we'll go ahead and try end once. And then we'll come back to back. Still failing. Left of end must have class strut union. What does that mean? One time I found a crocodile fossil with my friend. Oh, you never showed me that. I want to see a crocodile fossil. I haven't really done anything interesting lately. Just working and homework and everything. I do have new games, but I haven't had a chance to play them. I'm tired. Ugh. Late nights every single night with work. Ugh. Class strut union. Okay, let's look at this up. Class strut union error C++. Is it because I'm trying to print something that can't be printed? I feel like it might be because I'm trying to print something that can't be printed. Or that like shouldn't, you know, be printed. Empty parentheses interprets a function declaration, student, blah, blah, blah. No, remove parentheses, declare variable. I feel like I'm using this correctly, but I might be wrong, I guess. Constant iterator to begin. See rend end. Yeah, I'm gonna try to play a game today. I really want to get through this. I'm either gonna play like Warzone or Sea of Thieves or what's that other game? Outward. I have a lot of games that I want to play. I just haven't been able to. A live stream, yes. I am planning on live streaming it. Absolutely. I just have to get through this homework, dude. But obviously I keep getting stuck. And honestly, like, I'm trying to do this, right? I'm literally just trying to print the last value of the array. Just to see what it, like, is going to do. Here. Print last value of array. C++. Our first element is easy. You just, do that. Oh, it's like this, I think. So you just do end values, close, run. There it goes. Okay, so we're gonna enter a few values. Like just some, proper values, I guess. So 80 is good value, and something happened. No, something's okay. It's all okay. So 90 is a good value. Just kidding. Something happened. An exception was thrown. Right access violation. Oh, okay. I get stuck in a loop because I don't pull any more inputs. Whoopsie. Let's close this. Logic error, it's on me. So what I want to do is repeat this guy a bunch. We're going to take this and put it inside here. You learn how to play Gornio's theme? What is that? What are you talking about? I don't know who that is. I need to resize this again. I need to push the music to something else. Yeah, this is good. Gornio's theme. I have no idea. I have no idea who that is, Ethan. What game is that from? I need it to stop. Okay, so back to this. It runs this function, right? It'll continually repeat. It'll pull in inputs. It needs to pull one input right before it runs the while so that we can tell if it's -1 or not, and they need to quit. Afterwards, I see why I had it. I took it and I put it at the end of this entire thing here. Okay, so we'll run input one more time at the end here. Alright, now let's run it. Jesus Christ. Now it should be fine. Okay, doke. So 80, 90, 100, 120 is invalid. The following grades are invalid. Fudge. That's not gonna work. Okay. I get it. Okay, so that is the very last value of the array, which means that it's just pulling index 100 or index 99, I guess. So some obvious problems. It's okay. We'll figure it out. To fix this, we're gonna do back instead. Is that right? I think that's the other function. Let me just go into here and look real quick. Back. Yeah, we're gonna do back. So back. Then we're going to come up here and fix this. So what I want is I want to be able to I guess get the entire array first before it tells me, hey, you're an idiot, you put in bad grades, So this isn't going to work, actually. It was a valiant plan, but it didn't work, unfortunately. And also, this is stupid. This messes up my array. Okay, lesson learned. Except I haven't learned the lesson yet. I've only learned that I'm an idiot and that I need to fix this. So I need to gather up the entire array first and then iterate through the array, find the bad values, and cancel them out of the array. Okay, okie dokie. Hey, Shadow King, how's it going, man? We're doing some more coding today. I'm gonna finish up this work, and then we're gonna play games. I'm gonna play something. I think Hollow Knight maybe, because I really need to finish it. But if my friends are online, I might play Warzone. We'll just have to see how long this takes me. At this point, it's gonna take me a little while. It's going great. I'm not sick anymore. That's good, man. I'm glad you're not sick. That's good. Good. Okay, I'm gonna have to end up making an algorithm for replacing a value, aren't I? Or I might just end up having to make a invalid array. I don't know, man. Okay, so at this point, this is not being used. Okay, let's get back into it. Let's keep thinking about this. So this is definitely filling up my values correctly. These are messing me up for sure, because I don't want I to go to get bigger. The statements, I think I'm gonna have to erase. That was a good try, but it's not right. It's not the correct thing to do. We'll just leave this as a else statement for now, and we're gonna get rid of this other else statement. Trying to think of when we get out of this. Once we hit -1. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll actually put something outside of this while statement. I need to think more outside of the box. So this will actually have to go on the outside of the while statement, and we're going to revisit the invalid values array in this section. So outside of the while statement, we'll revisit the invalid. So what we're going to do is we're going to do invalids here. So no statement. So statement's completely gone. I think that's actually better for us. So what we'll do instead is invalid values. We'll put j here, right? So j starts at 0, and we're going to say is equal to input. And this will give us our invalid inputs, right? Then we're not going to out the statement. I mean, we might do that later on for testing purposes, but not yet. And then we're here, right? And then we'll do a while. J is our counter, right? So we're actually going to use J. We're going to use J here. So if J's been counted up and we do the inverse version of J, maybe we can get it to start from 0 and count up. I want to do the opposite direction. Like I want to repeat it counting up to J. Oh, you know what? At this point, I've already calculated. Not calculated, but stored my values, my proper values. So I'm going to just do I is equal to 0. And so long as, oh no, we'll do a for loop. For I equal to 0. Like I don't need that there. For I equal to 0. So long as I is less than and equal to J, because I do want to include J. And we'll do I++ for the ending port of 4. And then what we're going to do is just see out the value of J. Crap. No. Yes. Yes. Yes, invalid values of I, which will be 0, so on and so forth. One other thing that we're going to need to do is do an if statement for printing commas. So if if invalid values, if the next index of invalid values exists, which it always will. I'm just trying to think of like a value I can make comparisons to. Values of I minus 1. No, it's plus 1. So if the next something like that, right? I think that that's the proper way. Let's say this. So C out invalid values I. And if the next one happens to exist, we're going to print out a comma. Where's it? This one. Like that. And then of course inline here. Okay. So this is outside of the while statement. My God. Okay. Let me just back up a little bit and take a look at the functions for arrays again and see if I can't get an idea. Front, back, front operator, at, data, fill swap, size. Okay, so there's no validation functions for arrays, which kind of sucks. We're going to have to run it and see what it does. It fails, of course. Oh man, lots of 126. Back does not exist. Back identifier not found. Well, poo-poo on you. I thought this would have worked. It's okay. We don't need this anyways. This is literally just for testing purposes. So we're going to ignore back and end for now because they're not giving us what we want. The good thing, though, is that we do have sizes. Just not where we want them. Whoops. I wish I could provide like I and J. No, I wish I could provide I right here at the end of this, right before it turns into 0. Maybe I can. Is there a way to provide a variable globally? Main function. Let's see if this works. So we're going to provide a variable globally in C++. Because I want size to get this new variable number. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do is we're going to declare size outside of okay, is this what I do? I'll take these both and stick them out here. I fudged up. Oh no, I messed up. Oh no, where is it? There they are. Copy. Cut. So these are global variable sizes and value. Global. That's not how you spell global. Global. Global values. We'll see if that works. So just right before here, size is going to be equal to I. And we're going to try to make that work. Oh, I have to initialize size here. Okay. Print size. Oops. Sorry. I'm in Java mode. Copy size in the line. It's just a test again. I'm missing. Let's just run it and see what it does. Of course, it fails. Now, 132. I've got to initialize size here as well. Still failing. Syntax on 131 for, of course. And then missing brackets on 92. Oh, I see. These are supposed to be semicolons and not commas. Still in Java mode. Still failing. Uninitialized local variable use size on 131. Okay, so 90, 100, 20, 30, 120. That's an invalid value. Negative 80, invalid. 45, and then negative 1. Okay, so size came out as 0, so it's still not working locally, or globally. This variable is local. Okay, so this is basically what I'm reading right now. This is explaining the difference between local and global variables. So here's some global variables, here's some local ones. I'm trying to make it so that global variable, my global variable size and array can be modified. Change the value of global variable from the main function. Okay. Alright, dope. So I'm being dumb. I don't need to declare these here. They're declared here. Don't need to declare it here either. And it fails. How come? Why does it fail? Why are you doing this to me, game? So C++, not working, apparently. What if there exists a local variable with the same name as that of a global variable? Let us repeat this question again. If there is a variable inside of a function with the same name as that global variable, and if a function tries to access the variable with that name, then the variable will be given a precedence, local variable or global variable. Look at the program below to understand. Global variables are usually declared outside of all the functions and blocks at the top of the program. They can be accessed from any portion of the program. Here's a global variable outside of display function and main function. This is what I want. But it doesn't seem to be working properly somehow. So here it is. Let's close these functions for now. We're not even like close to getting to them yet. Then in 88, it's also ambiguous. Where did he print them? Did he print them above? What's going on? No. Stop that. Global variable. Global X, local X. Interesting. Comment and closed at the end of file. It's 7. Papa Booey. We'll close this for now. It's just my big comment of how to work this stuff, but we already know how to work this. It's not that difficult. Now in 88, this is invalid. Global. Yeah. Here we go. Data types C++. Okay, declaring a global variable in C++. That's exactly what I want. My goodness, there's so many tabs open. Alright, so local and global variables, you can declare a global variable that is a non-local variable, but declaring them outside of any function, it is usually best to put the global variables near the beginning of the program. Is there anything else that I need to do for that? This looks like it's declared properly. Now the variable named status may be accessed by any function. Because the variable is global, there is only one copy of it. If one function changes the value, this reflects the value of the other function sees. So why am I finding it that I'm getting errors? Hi, I've been here the whole time. Yeah, I know, buddy. I'm here the whole time too. Just trying to figure out this stupid global variable thing. I don't understand why size isn't getting edited. It's global. It's in front of everything. Maybe I need to put it in front of main instead of in front of the functions. I'll put it here. Let's put it here. And run and see if that works. Nope, still errors. Maybe these don't get size declarations. Nope, they definitely need that. Where's that the error code that it was giving me? Okay, let's return these back to the top, right under. Is it in front of namespace or below namespace? Dang it. We're gonna put them up here. And run. And nothing. Same error. Doesn't matter where I put it. I'm gonna take this and put it in front of the header. Or I guess in front of the namespace then. Okay. So my objective right now is to figure out how to use global variables versus local variables, and I'm failing miserably. Like, real bad. Ambiguous base in C++, when you derive a class, ambiguous can result if bases of the derived classes have members with the same names. I see! So maybe if we do array size. Nope. Array size. Will you be happy with that? No, dang it. Okay, it looks like it's working better now. Array size. Run. And don't give me no trouble. Fricky. Unresolved internals or externals on line 1. Who's it? What's it? Why? Unresolved external symbols int value. Line 1. What the hecky? Oh, what now? Where even is the error? It says it's on line 1. File, right? Okay. Line 1. Coding practice unresolved. Give me the link. Linker tools error link 1120 reports a number of unresolved external errors. Each resolved external symbol first gets blah blah blah. You don't need to fix this error. The error goes away when you correct the link. Always fixing issue starts. The compile code makes a reference to call to symbol. The symbol isn't defined by any libraries. What are you trying to make a call to that you don't have? Ah, Jesus Christ. Jiba Liba. Is it here? Comment and close that in file. No. Am I missing a library? A symbol is an internal name for a function or a global variable. It's the form of a name used to defined in a compile object file or a library. A global variable is defined as an object file where storage is allocated. A function is defined compiling link issues when the project is missing a reference library. Okay, do I need a library to use global variables? What library do I need to use global variables? C++. So does this mean I can't use global variables? I've been going through this just to get the global variables to work, and then now they're not going to work. So annoying. Unresolved external symbol int values. Int times values. Oh, it's because I didn't size my array. Whoops. There we go. God, it's working now. So, how in the heck am I supposed to... Holy crap. Oh no. The chemistry... Okay. They scared me. I thought there was a chemistry quiz today at 4. I didn't think that. I saw it on my calendar and it wasn't. And somebody just messaged saying no doohickey today. No doohickey today. No lab today. It's next week. I sure hope so. And then -1. The following are invalid. You don't belong here. 2 is for size, for proper sizes. 1 and 2. It's working. Excuse me. Let me just make sure that I really don't have a quiz today. I really thought I didn't. Oh gosh. Do we have a quiz today? No, we don't have a quiz today. It should be next week. During stupid lab 9. 10 to 9, not 21. 21 doesn't have a lab. Okay, sorry. The other students in my chemistry class are being silly and scaring me. The code is working. The first function is working properly now. Read input. Array size is now global. So is my values array. Fantastic. That is working properly now. I should also be able to do this. For I equals 0. So long as I is less than array size. And I know that there were some issues inside of the arrays, or printing the arrays or whatever. I'll fix those. No worries. Don't cry. Count values I. And then, my god, in line. I should be able to do this here, no problem. And let's go. Okay, I get it. Still failing, I see. Ah, absolutely. Semicolons, not commas. Java mode, sorry. I'm gonna get in trouble for that for sure in the future. 50, 68, 97, 2 is a good valid. -5, not good. 48, 46 is good. 789 is not good. -1. The following are invalid. 125, 78, and then that one. Now 6, 50, 68, 97, 2. What? Hang on a second. When did I enter 6? Oh, 6 is the number of proper values. 50, 68, 97, 2, 0, 46. Okay. Values are good. Invalid values are good. I'm just checking for reading, nothing else. I just want to make sure that it's reading properly. Okay. Yeah, it's under my throat. Sorry. How long has it been already? Stinky homework. An hour and 17. That's funny. No quiz. Yeah. What the heck? Why isn't this working? This whole pass-through thing does not work sometimes. Hey, dude, I finally caught a stream. Hey, Lord Chris, what's going on, man? We are doing coding today. I'm hoping to play some video games after I finish this work. But we're struggling. I didn't think I was going to struggle because I had already like basically completed the prerequisite and stuff for it. And I was using additional code that I wrote from before in here, but I've just had the worst stream ever. I lost 4 matches out of 5. Oh, out of what game were you playing again? Valorant? No, that doesn't sound right. I don't remember what game you were playing. Oh, but yeah, I was thinking about playing tonight again some games. Smite, that's right. I remember now. Okay, so I finally got my reading input function to work properly. Kind of properly, not exactly properly. This needs to be fixed. Invalid grades, good. I don't want inlines though. I do want one inline right here. Okie doke. But yeah, today just been doing some programming practice, homework slash stuff. I start uni in 6 days. Dude, that's exciting. I've been going now forever. But that's really exciting. Psychology, right? You're gonna, well, I hope you're gonna love it. I feel like most people, once they're finally out of like primary school, like things just really start opening up, so you'll enjoy it. 90, 98, yeah, psychology. I'm sure I'll love it. Yeah, you'll do great, man. Yes, I'm going to live stream with friends, Ethan. I'm hoping, yeah, or I don't have any friends, so I'll just have to play by myself. 156, 78, and then -1. The following grades are invalid. Da, 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 da. This right here is not good. I need to fix that, and then also this is not good, so we need to fix that. I'm your friend. I know, Ethan, you're my brother. Not +1. It is literally just close. And then we're not going to inline here. We're going to inline a key here. I was on Among Us this morning, and the amount of arguments people get into is crazy. Yes, it is crazy. I actually played that the other night. We should play Among Us with whoever. What other YouTubers have Among Us? We should try to get as many people as we can. -80, -90. Oopsie, holy crap. 60 is good. 189 is bad. -60, 78 is bad. 169 is bad. Hey, I'm down. That'd be fun, dude. 80, 40, and -1. The following are invalid. -80, blah, blah, blah. For some reason, it's still printing that comma on the end, and also the... Oh, okay, I understand. This is what's wrong. I -1. 9. No. I think this will work. I'm hoping. No, that's gonna just give me the value and then -1 on the value. Not up to J, less than J. Oops, crap. Okay, try again. -79, 50, 40, -69, 189, and then 5, -1. So what exactly are you coding, or in general coding techniques you need to learn? So today I'm coding a program for teachers. Basically, the teacher has like a set of like a data set of grades they'll input to the program, and then once it's in there, the teacher can print the grades, know how many students they have, they can get the average, they can get the standard deviation, and then they can print like a graphical representation of a histogram, which is basically like, oh, so many such and such students made like in the 50 range or in the 60 range, right? And so that's what I'm working on. I've already done the program. I've done it in the past. So this is the working version of it. So basically what it does is you enter in like your numbers. So like let's say first student got an 80, next student did really bad and got a 12. These are technically valid grades, and so like you can just continue entering grades in valid range. And then like let's say the teacher accidentally like makes a mistake and types like -120. That can happen. Or like they got like 789. That also can happen. 56. And then to end the data set, you type in -1. So it tells you here are the invalid grades. So there's -120 and 789, and then you have this option of stuff to do. So like number of students, type 1, you got 6 students, grades, it gives you all the valid grades, average, right, standard deviation, and a histogram. Right, I've already done all this, but the next part is to take all of the code that I've made and make it more efficient, which means stuffing them into smaller functions with less parameters. Because like my older functions, like if you check them out, like they've got a ton of like wasted space. They're not very efficient. Or well, they're not very well organized, I should say. So like I have only 4 functions, but like everything is stuffed into like these functions. Like functions should be more specialized. So like with only like 1 or 2 parameters. My parameters are like 4 or 5. And so like I'm just divvying up the work. And in the long run it's better, because what's going to happen is like my read input, I can take this read input function and I know that I can always provide a set of value arrays to it, and it will like read them in properly. It just makes my coding more versatile in the long run. But right now I have growing pains with this. Like for whatever reason, I'm getting logical errors. Like I'm just not thinking properly, and like the code's not coming out properly. So if I run this one, I have issues with the invalid values right now. So like if I type all these right, so I only have 2 valid values and then a bunch of negative values. I'm getting -10 right, -60 correct, and then this right here, I have a comma here that shouldn't be here, so I'm trying to figure out how to take the comma out. Which is kind of like I'm trying to compare the very next value in the array previously, and if it happens to be like a particular number or something, like I'll take it out. But I don't know what that number is, and like it's not like an array of a certain size. Like it automatically fills up with stuff, and then you just are kind of replacing it with your own values. So the very next index, I have to tell it like, no, bad, don't do that. Oh, I know how many times it needs to print the stupid... I basically talked myself into the answer. I know how many times. So basically is if I is less than j minus 1. So whatever j happens to be, the index for j, like right below it. So if I have 5 values in my array, I want to only print 4 commas because I don't want to print that last comma. That should do it. Oh, it's so simple. And it failed. Why did it fail? This is why it failed. Not enough parentheses. Okay, so -19, -80, -50, and then 126, and then 789. Oh, I've done it now. I wasn't pressing enter. -19, enter, -80, enter, -789, enter, 789, enter, 50, 60, 12, 4, 89. Okay, let's see if that works. And I need to press -1. There we go. No comma. It's fixed. Nice. Yeah, if I talk to myself, it works. I really started enjoying streams, so I'm going to do it more often. I have too. Well, I guess you already knew that. I really enjoy streaming, and to be honest, like compared to recording videos and stuff, streaming is like it has its own set of challenges, but it's definitely more like accessible right now. Since like I'm like I want to play games to relax anyways after working. Like I don't really feel like recording and like editing and everything. But if you get a stream, you don't have to edit it. It just, you know, it's a standalone. It does its own thing, you know? Holy crap, okay. And I'm printing the value sizes here. Okay, so I don't want this anymore. And I also don't want the array sizes anymore. I wonder if... Okay, so... It's still the same. We still need to present the options. Okay. So read input, then print the grades, calculate the average, calculate standard deviation. Okay, all of this stuff still applies. So I have this. Present menu. So print grades. First is number of students case. Does it want me to do number of students as well? Yeah, it does. But it didn't give me a number of students. This function will receive any parameter or the rate size. Number of students grades, print, read input. Print grades, calculate average, calculate standard deviation. Interesting. So I'm definitely going to still have this, my switch cases menu. We're going to have to just take all this stuff and put it in the main for now. Oh, so much stuff. I really just want to take what I want for right now. Stream seems more accessible since you have uni coming up. Well, I mean, I've been in classes and stuff, and I still haven't had an opportunity to kind of like record gameplay or anything, or my art or anything. Like this programming stuff, since I'm actually getting work done at the same time, like I feel like it's accessible to stream this. But I know that it's like not interesting content whatsoever. But at least I can get on and like still keep up the streaming and like being on camera and whatever. I'm hoping that I can finish within a reasonable amount of time so that I can play something. It's been an hour and a half, and I feel like I finally just got through the first stupid little obstacle, which is reading this input. I didn't think it was going to be that difficult because I read input totally fine over here. All right. But, you know, it is what it is. So first function is print grades. Let's just fix all the functions and then we'll like make sure that we're adhering to the instructions. So first, exit case, don't want that. Number of students case, don't want that. Printing all valid grades. This is what we want. So we're going to take this and we're going to paste it in here. And then we're going to make sure that it works properly. So this is going to take in int values and int size. So what we're going to do is we're going to do print grades, right? We're going to take in values. And we're also going to take in size. Global variables. Nice. I love global variables. And then we're going to see how it behaves with that. It crashed immediately. Because these. So these actually become values. Wait, right? I think this is actually something else. Valid array size. So this is literally just size. And this is values. Oops. Crap. And then this is going to end up being size as well. There. Now we should have no problems. We did have problems. This. Size. No instance of overloaded size. Oh, right. Of course. It's actually array size. That's my global variable. Okay, so now we should be able to do 100, 50, 60, 90, 98, 78, -6, -58, 123, and -1. So the following grades are invalid. Great. And then I get grades printed out 100, 50, 60, 90, 98, 78, and we're good. And it closes. So print grades, that works now. Kind of. There's some issues, but we'll fix it. Go and just back that up. I think this actually has to do, like, so whenever I'm doing the work here on Visual Studios, it's all fine and good and it looks a certain way, but there's another IDE that's built into the browser that I actually submit this work to, and sometimes it has issues. So like this code here has been modified to work properly with that other IDE. And so like as I'm writing it here, it's going to make sense and look correct. But whenever I go to transfer it to the other program, it's going to like get kind of messed up, but that's okay. It's just kind of like some weird stipulations, and like it just keeps it just makes things not consistent. I wish we could literally just, you know, turn in our CPP files and like be done with it, but that would mean that the professors and stuff, they have to review the work individually. Hi Ethan, welcome back. 5 concurrent viewers. Who are the 5 people watching me do this? Who finds who finds like a struggling student like working on coding interesting? How do I have 5 people watching? I don't understand. Okay. Anyways, you work pretty well. I'm happy with the way you work for now. I know you watch, Ethan. That's different. Oh, we're supposed to return something? No return here. Read input. I don't need you to return anything. It doesn't return anything. No return. I'm reading over the notes for my books while I listen. Okay, that makes sense. No return. Just modify global array and size variable. That's all this does. So you're not going to return anything. So I think potentially they want me to make it so that my functions... I like seeing people struggle. Thanks, Ethan. I am struggling. I think they want it so that like a void function will just complete the function, and then like these doubles, like these are going to actually return something that I can print. So like what I would do is if I want the average, I'll do cout, and I'll do calculate average. Average. I spell it wrong every time. Average. Oh my god, Elijah. Calculate average, right? And then I'll provide the values array and array size. And so what it's gonna do is, since the cout function is overloaded, it'll do what I want it to do. I guess. Class average. Okay, so I calculated the average somewhere else. And see, in my previous coding, like this right here, this big jumbled mess, this could have really benefited from global variables. Okay, but we're gonna do this. For int I, this is going to just turn into size. Sum. I need to be able to calculate the sum of the Where's sum? I have sum somewhere. Where are you, sum? Sum is equal to sum plus valid grades. Oh, I see. So I initiated sum inside the function. Okay, so what we're going to do is come here. Int sum equal to 0. Nice. Now sum is validated, or initiated. We'll go ahead and say sum equal to 0. And then we'll just do values here. Values. Right. And then average. We'll also do average. Int average. Like that. So average doesn't need an initialization. It'll be initialized down here. We'll do double of sum divided by the size. Just like that. And then we'll return average. And then that's going to give us what we need right here. Nice. Okay, I think that's averages also taken care of. Oh, I don't want you in here. I want you somewhere else. Come on. Right here. Beautiful. Okay, well I guess it's literally just gonna sit out there. No, I don't want it here. I really don't. I'm gonna move this. Stop. Behave. Just like that. No return, just modify global variables. This one doesn't modify either. No modify. Just print grades. One thing that's missing that was in the other program is number of students. I didn't see it ask for a number of students function. The output of your program must follow the format of the second programming assignment. See example below. I'm trying my best and trying to prove my theory that more dopamine causes the brain to create imagery, dreams, and hallucinations, and I'm trying to tie it in with schizophrenia. So like the idea that like, well, wouldn't that be easy? Like, isn't it possible just to provide people with like a large amount of dopamine? Is that a hormone that you can just give people? Or like you could take a pill of dopamine? Because like that's something we produce naturally on our own. Yeah, but it would be unethical. I guess that's true. Human testing is sketchy. Dopamine causes addiction. Right. It's an interesting hypothesis that dopamine can link to hallucinations. But I feel like there's like some other like other just like legitimate chemicals that can cause you to hallucinate. But is it like causation or, well, what's the saying, causation or causality? Like you start, like when you take drugs, like you hallucinate and that gives you dopamine, or when you take drugs, it gives you a high amount of dopamine and it causes hallucinations. Like which one comes first? The dopamine or the hallucinations? But I don't think you're actually talking about like with drugs and stuff. I think you're talking solely about dopamine. I should explain. People with schizophrenia have more dopamine in their brain, which causes hallucinations. So there's nothing else for a schizophrenic like that causes like defects in the like even the not even the physiology of their brain, like the shape of their brain and stuff. Like what causes schizophrenia? Is it purely chemical or is it actually like defects, genetic? Like what causes schizophrenia? Okay, read values. So we're definitely reading values. Read array size in main. Print values. Good. Test for valid array scores, something like that. I don't know. And then we're gonna go here, calculate the average of the scores. I spelled average wrong again. Average of the scores. Okay, now let's go ahead and test it. 90, 50, 40, 60, and then negative 56, and then 123, and negative 1. The following grades are invalid. Thank you. Grades 90, 50, 40, 60. Nice. And the average is 60. It's genetic mostly. It causes them to have more dopamine in the basal ganglia. Basal ganglia in the brain, but a lack of dopamine in the cerebral cortex, which causes fatigue. My lord, that must be a sad existence. Now, 90 plus 50 plus 40 plus 60. Insert, divide by 4. 60. Nice. I've done it. Okay, calculate averages is working properly. Next is calculate standard deviation. Return average. Return standard deviation. Okay, so my last live stream, I calculated standard deviation incorrectly. I was using the wrong formula, so we're gonna come. Here it is. So here's my standard deviation formula that I wrote. I know now where the powers are supposed to go. I'm just gonna check to make sure that this is correct. Let's open this up. So I use inner sums a lot, and I do use average. So we're gonna have to provide the calculate average to the standard deviations thing, which I don't think is gonna be a problem. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take this and copy and paste it. Yeah, isn't there like a complicated version of a simple version because I have to use standard deviation when doing statistics? So, there's only one version that there's like, I guess I've seen two versions of standard deviation before. But the one that the professor makes us use in this class is, I guess, the simpler version. Standard deviation. I just put the powers in the wrong place the last time I used it. Yeah, here it is. So here's my standard deviation equation right here. That's what I use. So it's the sum of your value minus the average or the mean, and you square each iteration of this and then add them all together, and then you divide by the size of the population or the size of the set, which is, my sets are like the arrays and stuff. And that's standard deviation. Let me just make sure. I'm going to leave this on the side for a second so that I have it. And so for me, I have a variable called inner sum, which is basically, I need a double inner sum, which is basically the sum of, like, you know, each value minus the average and then squared. So let me just look right here. So inner sum is equal to the first version of inner sum. This is going to have to be size. And then, oh, hey. Average, okay. Is this the right version of this function, or did I make a mistake? I feel like I might have made a mistake. No, this is right. So value, size, and double. So here's average. So I'll do it actually out here. So what I'll do is I'll do cout, calculate standard deviation, right? I'll do values. Whoops. Array size. Do you ever have to use Man, Whitney, Wilcox, and Spearman, Rowe, or Chi squared when doing this to test significance? No, never even heard of those. And then calculate average right here. I can literally just take this guy, copy. I'm sure something, if that's math related, I'm sure it'll pop up eventually. You're so lucky. Do you ever have to use Mann-Whitney, Wilcoxon, Spearman-Rowe, or chi-squared when doing this to test significance? I'm interested now. I want to see what those are. Mann-Whitney U-test? And statistics. Yeah, so, like, I think I'm going to have to take statistics soon. But right now I'm in linear algebra. And this is my coding class for C++. And I think we're ending with potentially Java. But I've already taken a Java introductory course, so I'll be okay with that. I'm constantly in Java mode too, so like I'm making like syntax errors all the time. Okay. Values, array size, cout, and close. That'll be good like that. Now I got to come back into my function and fix it up. So inner sum is definitely going to be needed, and standard deviation is going to also be needed. Standard. Oh, I can just do std dev equals 0, and then that'll be good. We'll come here. Std is equal to the power of the inner sum, and that'll be pretty good. And then once that's done, we'll return std dev. Okie doke. Now, looking here, I'm gonna have some issues. Value right here. Value. And this will be size. Ta-da. Values. Sorry, baby. This needs to be double. Ta-da. Okay. So now the calculate standard deviation function should be working, but let me just, I need to double check the math is what I need to check. Where the heck? Yeah, these always start off pretty rough and rocky while I'm like getting my brain running. But whenever I get into it, things start running smoothly. So the inner sum is equal to the power of the values minus the average. So here's my values minus the average. And then you square this and you add that to the inner sum's previous iteration. So inner sum starts at 0. We get the first value, subtract the average, square it, right? So now I have inner sum. You take the inner sum and you divide it by size. Great. And then to finish off the standard deviation, you take the square root of the inner sum. Got it. That should be good. I'm hoping that that's correct. Close that up. Let's go ahead and run it and see what it does. I should be getting a double, so I should be getting decimal with precision of 2. I'm hoping 2. I need to set the precision, but I'm going to see what it gives me first. And then let's put in some bad values. And then -1. So the following are invalid, correct? Grades, good. Standard deviation. So my precision is bad. I can fix this though. So basically what I want to do... Oh, bugger. I should have... I didn't see what the average was, if the average was bad too. It's fine. We'll do cout. Set precision. Oh, no. We want a fixed precision. Set precision 2. Beautiful. Close. We'll run it again. I didn't know that Americans said bugger. I thought that was our thing. I don't know if other Americans say bugger. I like to say bugger. That's a me thing. And then -1. Now, bad. Good job. Good. Good job. Holy moly. What now? Hang on. Let me see where I messed up. print grades. So we printed grades correctly. Fix set precision, right? And then we calculate the average. Oh, I see. I see what's wrong. End line. And one more test. Man, these kids are really bad. Good. So this value right here, I'm not entirely sure that it is the correct standard deviation, but I'm getting a number that looks all right, you know? So I'm gonna go with it. 45 with decimal points is also okay by me. Actually, I should probably test. Yeah, let me do some calculations really quick. And then divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hang on a second. Alright, one more time. Maybe I messed up. Okay. So my average is losing precision. So I need to fix that. Sum is fine. I thought this was fine. Size is an integer, so it's losing precision right here. So we're going to treat this as a double. An average. Oh, no. I see where it's losing precision. It's not there. It's here. Shoot. Come on, man. Double. There we go. And let's calculate again. And -1. Great. Fantastic. Beautiful. Everything's popping up. Correct. Standard deviation is good. My histogram needs to be fixed. So my case 5 and my other one was my histogram, and we're just going to copy and paste and see what it does. And also, when does this stuff due? Let me get my calendar open real quick. Hey, don't look at my calendar. What's wrong with you people? It's due tomorrow night. I wanted to go rock climbing tomorrow night. Or no, not tomorrow. I think just tomorrow during the day. So I think we might call it here once we see that histogram is working. Go play some video games. Flip flop. Okay, let's just copy and paste histogram in and see what it does. Okay, copy. Print histogram. It's a void, doesn't return anything. I think the way that I did my histogram was not the way that anybody else did it, to be honest. I think everybody else did not iterate. I think they might have just gone like range to range. But I feel like this is so much easier. Let's go 0 and end. Valid grade. It's values. And size is size. Okay, let's go ahead and close this up. This one too. Hang on a second, something's up. Okay, I think that should fix it. Okay, so just to reiterate, histogram counter starts at 0. We see out the introduction to the histogram, graphical histograms, so long as it's less than or equal to 100. At 0, you print this, and if you're greater than 0 and also less than 100, you just print out spaces, and then once you finally hit 100, you'll print out just the separator. I'm getting a call. I don't know who that is. If values I is less than histogram counter plus 9. Oh, so here's the range. So from 0 to up to 9, it does a certain thing. It prints the students, right? Based on the histogram counter. Okay, I think everything looks correct to me. Let's go ahead and call this function. Copy. Down here. Print. We'll provide, oh my goodness. We'll provide values, of course. And we'll provide array size. I'm so close. And run. No errors, baby. That is fantastic. And -1. Histogram failed. Okay. Okay, dokie. Histogram is a failure. Where did I fail though? I'm missing my I shouldn't. I shouldn't have a return. The return fudged me up. Wait, no, I do need a return, but not there. It needs to be here. Now let's run again. God, Lord. -1. And so we have valid grades at 16. So that's in that range. 78. Yep. 98. Great. And 45 right here. Fantastic. Everything's working. Beautiful programming. Now, my functions all work. Okay, so calculate the standard deviation. My functions work. And so the very last thing that I need to do is basically organize the functions in a way that makes sense to the user. Right now, they're just, every single function is being called and working properly. But you know what? That sounds like a job for tomorrow, Elijah. Elijah of the future. Past Elijah sending you some work. Good luck with it. Okay. All right. I think that'll be it for the stream for now. I'm going to get some food, get prepared, and then later on today, maybe 6 or so, we'll see. We'll be playing some video games. I got to talk to the boys and see what we're going to play. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know coding isn't the most interesting topic, but it helps me to get some of my work done and also stay active on YouTube. So we'll just have to deal with it. Like I said before, this isn't gonna this stream, obviously you can see it now, but it's gonna go unlisted as soon as it hits my page, and that's because I need to wait approximately a week after the due date of my projects or my assignments or whatever, just so that there's no chance for like a stray classmate to find me and then copy my code. Granted, the code is completely incomplete, not complete at all right here. And if you copy me, you're gonna get a bad grade. Don't copy me right now. This is going to be modified tomorrow morning so that it will actually work. Obviously it's working, kind of, but not the way it's intended to from the instructions. So don't copy me. If you copy me, you suck. And I don't want to get in trouble because of you. There goes my secret plan. Yeah, don't copy me. Academic dishonesty, I don't appreciate that. Okay, alright, anyways. If you guys enjoyed, I'll be seeing you in the next one very, very soon. An hour or so, we'll be playing some video games. Have a good day, guys. Bye.